Hello everyone, I'm Asia. Thank you so much for choosing to flow with me today. Today we're going to do a power sequence. It's going to be quick, it's going to be full of power, and when doing so, because my yoga is chakra based, I want to focus on the solar plexus because that's our space of power and that's where we get our strength and our energy. And that will power us through the class today. So let's definitely get started right away. As usual, I have a playlist. We're going to get hot and steamy, get your water, get your space prepared, and then meet me on the mat. Okay, so we're going to begin in an easy pose. Like I said, you can start your playlist now. Hands are planted firmly on our legs. And then just take a moment to breathe. Wherever you are in your day, just take notice of how your body feels, how your mind is feeling, how it's interacting with your body. And if they feel very separate, allow your breath to connect your mind and body in a way that is going to help you flow and give you strength during our class. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out the mouth. This time, closing your lips and then warming your body with our Ujjayi breath. You're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the nose again, constricting in the back of the throat in order to warm your body and create that oceanic sound for your breath. This will power us through the class, give us all the energy, all the heat and strength that we need. Now on your next inhale, bring your arms up and overhead, and then bring them both, point your fingertips toward the right side, and you're gonna even lean more on your right butt to start engaging through your right and left side obliques. Do not crunch into that right side. Instead, send strength into that side as you stretch through the left. And then bring back up to center. And then point your fingertips toward the left side, coming onto that left butt as you strengthen and send energy into the right and left side obliques. And then bring it back to center. Now send your hands to your hips and then bring your feet, extend your legs in front of you for Dadasana. Bring your hands behind you. Your fingertips are pointed toward the front of the mat. And we're going to reverse our plank. So send energy and all your weight into your palms and your heels and lift your hips up toward the sky. Shoulder blades squeeze together and then try to plant the balls of your feet onto the mat as much as possible. Squeezing your butt as you do this and then sending all that energy and strength into your core, into that area of energy called the solar plexus. And then send your hips back down to the mat. From here, swing your legs around and meet me at a tabletop. Your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. From here, just a few cat-cows to get your body moving. So drop your belly button toward the mat, send your tailbone up and look toward the front of the mat for cow. And then tuck your navel in, tuck your tailbone, send the crown of your head toward the mat for cat. And then bring your gaze back up, tailbone points toward the sky for cow. And then draw your navel in, tailbone tucks under for cat. From here, come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, and then send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. As always, maybe walk the dog, bend the knees. Just get your body ready for your practice. This is your first downward facing dog. So spread your fingertips wide, bring your chest towards your legs, and just sink into this stretch, sink into this pose. From here, we're going to bring ourselves into a plank pose. So coming onto the balls of the feet and your palms, tucking in the navel to engage the core. From here, hips up and back to downward facing dog. And then come back forward into plank. Go back to downward facing dog. And then back to plank. We're going to do that a few more times. Back to downward facing dog. And then into plank. Downward facing dog. And plank. Feeling your core engage. Feeling, as you keep going through this at your own pace, feeling that energy in your core as your abs start working and your body starts heating up. One more time, plank. And then downward facing dog. All right, from here, bend your knees even more if they weren't already, and then look up towards your hands and slow walk up to your hands, landing in a forward fold. From here, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, up to stand. Head is the last thing to rise. Shoulders lift up and down the back. Landing in Tadasana. Your feet are hip-width distance apart, and your palms are shining forward. Gaze is forward, strong and powerful in this pose. From here, inhale your arms up overhead. Palms together, looking up towards your thumbs. And then exhale as you go into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips come to the mat in front of you or to your shins, and you're gazing toward the top of your mat. And then forward fold again. Palms come to the mat. From here, you're going to press yourself up into chair pose. Hands can come to your heart center. Your weight is in the heels, and your tailbone is tucked under to engage through your abs. From here, we're going to revolve the chair to the right side. So your hands are at heart center. You're going to tuck your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, twisting open as much as possible to the right side. From there, send your weight onto your right foot. You're going to step your left foot back to meet me in a low lunge. All right, keeping those hands where they are, you're still in a revolved low lunge. Now, from here, we're going to bring our arms up overhead, pointing those hips forward, making sure that right knee is stacked over our right ankle and our hips are square. Relaxing the shoulders. From here, bring your hands down to frame your foot. You're going to send your weight into your right foot and kick off the back foot for a warrior 3. Your fingertips can come in front of you or maybe to your heart center if you're feeling risky and frisky, or maybe to a block. From here, we're going to bend through that right leg and then lower our left foot down to meet the right. Bring your arms back up overhead. You're in a chair again. Pausing here a moment to breathe, to feel that strength, to ignite that fire in your core. Bring your hands to heart center. And then you're going to revolve to the left, hooking your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Sending your weight into your left foot, you're going to step your right foot back to low lunge, keeping with that revolved pose. And then sending your arms up overhead, low crescent lunge. Keeping those hips square, that knee is stacked over your ankle. And then bring your hands down to frame the foot for low lunge. From here, send your weight into your left foot, kick off the right, and come into a warrior 3. Square your hips, make sure those right toes are pointed down toward the mat. And then bend through both legs as you bring your right foot down to meet the left. And coming up into a chair. From here, forward fold down. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. You're in a plank. From here, we're going to come right into Chaturanga. So you're going to lower halfway down, elbows staying close to the body, and then inhale, upward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, pressing into the shoelace side of your feet. So much so that your legs are lifted off the mat. And then exhale, flipping over your toes, hips come up and back. You're in a downward facing dog. All right. From here, right leg comes up and back, 3-legged dog. Hips are square, right toes pointed down toward the mat. Then bring your knee to your nose, and then step it through, low lunge. High crescent lunge. Arms come up overhead. And then open up to warrior two. From here, straighten through that right leg. So you're in a triangle. Now, you're going to do an extended triangle, but you're going to do those floating arms. So the same arms that we did in the beginning of class, now we're doing it in a triangle. So you're grounding down through your feet, but you're finding strength from your feet all the way up your body, and especially in your core. As you hold your body in this pose, sending energy into your right and left side obliques, and pointing those fingertips with energy toward the top of the mat. From here, reverse the triangle. Your right hand comes up overhead as your left fingertips trail down your back leg. And cartwheel your hands to frame your foot. You're in a low lunge. From here, you know what's next. We're going to send our weight into our right foot, kick off the back. You're in a warrior three. Now, if it feels good today for your practice, bring your hands to your heart center, and then swinging that left foot up, knee to your chest. You're now in a one leg Tadasana. Now, from here, we're going to engage the core as we bring our left foot back. You're going to come into a low lunge again. So, you're engaging your core as you're bending slightly forward, bringing that left foot back, and then stepping it back. You're in a low lunge. Frame the foot. Now, plant your hands, bring your right foot back. You're in a plank. And then take your flow. Maybe it's Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to breathe, feeling that energy that we're creating in our bodies flowing through us, empowering us through. And then bring your left foot up and back for a three-legged dog. Knee to nose, send your foot between your hands, low lunge. From here, rise up, arms up overhead, and then open up to warrior two. Straighten through that left leg. You're in a triangle. Now we're going to float those arms. So send your fingertips toward the front of the mat. Your hips are pointed toward the back of the mat, and your fingertips are toward the front. Again, sending energy into those obliques, powering through the core, and taking a moment to breathe here, even in this moment of difficulty. And then reverse your triangle. Left fingertips come up and overhead. And then cartwheel your hands to frame the foot. You're in a low lunge. From here, send your weight into your left foot, and then press off the back. You're in a warrior three. Now from here, we're going to rise up to one leg Tadasana again. So your hands can come to heart center, and you're going to bring your knee to your chest for a one leg Tadasana. Your right leg is up. From here, we're going to come into a low lunge again. So you're going to bend through your both your legs as you engage your core, bending over just a bit. As you send your right leg back, low lunge. From here, bring your hands down to frame your foot. Step your left foot back. You're in a plank. And then rather than flowing, come right away into a downward facing dog. And then come onto your forearms. Maybe planting your palms down on the mat. And then walking your feet toward your body. You're in a dolphin. Now we're going to stay here for 10, 4, 9, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees. Yes, you did it. All right, you can sit back into a child's pose for a moment. Whatever feels good for your body. Take a moment to breathe. We have a couple more moments of energy to go in our power flow. So just breathe here a moment. Reaching forward with your fingertips, stretching out your back. Okay, come back into a tabletop. Tuck your toes, and then hips come up and back. You're back in a downward facing dog. From here, bend your knees, look up towards your hands, and then step or hop to your hands. You're landing in a forward fold. From here, you're going to press yourself back into a chair pose. We've been here before. You're ready for it. Wherever you were before in your chair pose, sit even lower. And then on the count of 5, you're going to lower all the way down to the mat, your butt on the mat. So lower and lower with strength. 5, 4, getting lower. 3, 2, reaching the ground, stay strong. 1, sending your butt to your mat. From here, immediately coming into boat pose. So you're lifting your feet off the mat. There can be a slight bend in your legs, like this, and then your hands come out in line with your legs. You can have a point through the foot if that helps you. And then from here, engaging through that core, trying to keep your spine as straight as possible, grab your oar. Grab their oar that's going to power you through. And then bring it into the water on your right side, twisting to the right. Bring it into the water on your left side, twisting to the left. Keep going. On your own pace. We're going to stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to Dadasana. So you're still sitting up and your legs are extended in front of you. From here, bringing your hands behind you, fingertips pointed toward the top of the mat. And then we're going to come back into a reverse plank. So sending energy into your palms, lifting your hips up to the sky, and bringing your heels and the balls of your feet onto the mat. Pressing your shoulder blades together. How does this feel differently than the beginning of class? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel more energy? Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Lower your butt back to the mat. From here, lower yourself all the way to the mat. Laying here, taking a moment to breathe. All right. All we have to do now is cool down. You engaged yourself so much in that. So much power was involved. So be proud of what your body has done in this short blast of energy. Bring your knees to your chest. And then bring both knees to the right side. Maybe cactus open your arms. And gazing to the right. Just taking a moment to breathe. To be present. Your gaze is actually to your left. I'm trying to look at the camera. So you're gazing to the left for that twist. Bring your knees back up. And then send both knees to the left side, gazing over the right. Trying to sink both shoulders into the mat. And breathing into that twist. From here, bring both knees up. And then extend both feet up toward the sky. And both arms up to the sky. And we're going to do some wrist and an ankle twist. So you're going to first start rotating out. We use our hands and our feet so much in yoga. And we very rarely try to stretch it out. So just take this moment to really get into it and feel it. Feel how good it feels to focus on these parts of our body. And then start to twist in. Yes. All right, when you're ready, bring your knees to your chest. Hug your body in, maybe bringing your nose to your knee. Hugging in for this last moment of energy in your core. More energy through your body. And then release all the way for Shavasana. Hands fall where they want to. Feet fall open where they want to. Just allow your body to be free, be easy, and just take a moment to be in the present. This was a powerful flow. It was quick. It was just a burst of energy that you might need for your day. But how can you just take a short moment to just reconnect? You did the work, you put in your power, you breathed through it, but how now can you just rest for just a moment and breathe? I'll give you just a moment to do that on your own, staying grounded in the present and breathing. All right, when you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, maybe doing a good morning stretch, just moving your body in whatever way is going to keep you in a moment of rest, but also just bring yourself back to the moment, back to your practice, back to the mat. Roll onto one side using your bicep as a pillow, hugging your knees into your chest for one last time. Thanking your body for what it's done today, for all of its strength, for all of its power. And then press yourself up to an easy pose. Your eyes can stay closed here. Your hands can come to your legs or to your heart center. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Full breath out the mouth. Now place your hands on your energy space, your solar plexus that we focus on today. That gives us all of our strength, all of our power. And remind yourself that you have this power within you. And like I said in my first class, all you have to do is tap into it. On the mat, off the mat. All you have to do is tap into it because you have it within you. Now bring your hands to your heart center again, and then bring your thumbs to your third eye as you bow down. The light and energy in me sees and loves the light and energy in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I know it was a quick one, a little different than what I usually do, but I think that is what a lot of people have been wanting, is quick flows. So let me know what you thought about it. I hope you liked it. And if you really liked it, let me know, and I'll do more like this. I'll still sprinkle in my 60 minutes because I love that. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for flowing with me. I hope to see you again next week for my next one. Thank you.